You weren't supposed to hear this. But now that you're here, let me tell you about the school that vanished overnight. In a remote town, nestled amidst dense forests and winding roads, there was once a school. It was not just any school. It held a peculiar charm that many residents fondly recall. Yet, one morning, it simply wasn't there. The building, the students, the teachers, all gone without a trace. Official records? They claim it never existed, but the whisper of memories says otherwise. The ground where it stood is now an empty, eerie silence. The town is ordinary at first glance, but dig deeper and the cracks begin to show. Locals speak of the school in hushed tones, as if fearing something unseen. They remember the laughter of children, the morning bell, and the annual fair. Yet, when pressed for details, memories become hazy, inconsistent. Some recall a specific teacher, others a school play, but names and dates slip away like shadows. The air seems thick with unspoken words, and the streets carry a whisper of what once was. What makes this unusual is the shared sense of loss, a void that official documents deny. As rumors grew, so did the theories. Some suggest a government cover-up, an experimental program gone awry. Others whisper of a temporal anomaly, where the school was caught in a time loop, vanishing from our reality. What remains unexplained is why these memories persist, despite all evidence to the contrary. People remember attending, teaching, visiting, yet photographs, yearbooks, even the town's newspaper archive show nothing. Was this a mass hallucination, or is there something more sinister at play? Theories abound, yet none can fill the void where the truth should reside. One local, an elderly man named Harold, claims to have taught at the school. His stories are vivid, describing the brick facade, the classroom layouts, even the smell of chalk dust. Yet his home reveals no trace of his teaching career. It's as if his entire professional life was erased. Others, like Harold, cling to their memories, yet without tangible proof, they're dismissed as delusions. What makes this perplexing is the consistency in their stories, even among those who have never met. His voice, filled with a quiet desperation, echoes the questions that linger in the air. The town's only library held a peculiar anomaly, a single book, its spine cracked and pages yellowed, titled Memories of a School. It was found tucked away on a shelf, covered in dust. Yet its contents were nothing but blank pages. The librarian insists it was once filled with stories and student names. What remains unexplained is how a book of memories could be stripped bare, leaving only the shell of what was. Could this be a metaphor for the school's disappearance? The emptiness of the pages mirrors the void the school left behind. In a bid to unearth the truth, I turned to satellite imagery. Oddly, the area where the school reportedly stood shows a clear patch, untouched by time. The surrounding landscape has evolved, trees have grown, roads have shifted, yet this patch remains unchanged. What makes this unusual is the absence of any natural growth, a stark contrast to the rest of the town. It's as if the land itself refuses to acknowledge the school's existence, or lack thereof. The patch, an anomaly in its own right, stands as a silent testament to a forgotten past. Some residents report strange occurrences, like waking up with memories of attending a school reunion that never happened, or receiving letters from classmates whose names they can't recall. These events, while seemingly benign, add to the growing sense of unease. What remains unexplained is the frequency of these occurrences and their impact. Are they echoes of a parallel existence, or glitches in our reality? The phenomenon has left many questioning the reliability of their own perceptions. Every glance at the mailbox feels like a confrontation with a past that refuses to stay buried. Old maps of the town show curious inconsistencies. Where the school should be marked, there's nothing but a blank space, as if deliberately omitted. Yet, some maps, those tucked away in forgotten archives, show a faded outline of the building. What remains unexplained is the discrepancy between these documents. Could it be a deliberate act of erasure, or merely a cartographer's oversight? The truth, hidden beneath layers of dust and time, remains elusive. The maps, silent custodians of history, offer hints but no answers. Oh. A retired journalist, who once reported on the school's events, claims his articles have disappeared from the archives. His notes, meticulously kept, now contain only vague references, as if the details were scrubbed clean. Without these records, his credibility is questioned. What makes this unusual is the precision of the erasure, complete yet barely noticeable to the untrained eye. Is this the work of a higher power ensuring the school's absence remains unquestioned? Or perhaps a deeper mystery, one that defies the logic we cling to? Locals speak of a peculiar hum that emanates from the area where the school once stood. Some describe it as a low-frequency vibration, others as a distant echo. The sound, undetectable to outsiders, resonates with those who remember. What remains unexplained is the persistence of this phenomenon, despite the absence of any logical source. Could it be the remnants of a forgotten time, or a reminder of what once was? The hum remains an enigma, a haunting melody from a silent past. In an attempt to probe deeper, I met with a group of locals who regularly gather to discuss their fragmented memories. Their meetings, held in secret, offer a safe space to share stories without fear of ridicule. Each session brings forth new details, like puzzle pieces slowly forming a picture. Yet, the image remains incomplete, obscured by the veil of the unknown. What makes this unusual is the collective commitment to uncover the truth, despite the odds stacked against them. They are bound by an invisible thread, a shared history that defies erasure. Despite extensive investigation, the truth remains elusive. The town continues to live in the shadow of a school that officially never existed. Memories persist, haunting those who refuse to let go. As we delve deeper into this mystery, one question lingers. What force is powerful enough to erase an entire institution from existence? That's what we know. What we don't know might be the more important question. The file stays open. Whether anyone's still reading it, that's another matter.